So why do I have this compass up here? Because a second attribute of leadership that I want to pass on to you is integrity. It's moral compass. It's having a moral compass. You know, I used to backpack with my kids in the Alpine Lakes region wilderness in Washington State, which is just absolutely a gorgeous area. And sometimes we'd go off trail. Sometimes we'd want to go to these isolated high mountain lakes where people seldom went. You only had fishermen's trails. And if any of you have hiked fishermen's trail, you know fishermen go all over the place because they're just bushwhacking, trying to find how to get up to these lakes. If you didn't have a compass, you're dead, because it is so easy to get lost in those woodsy trails finding these lakes. Same thing in being a leader. You have to have a moral compass. There has to be integrity in everyday life, in decisions, in work, in relationships. Your yes has got to be a yes. Your no has got to be a no. Your word has to be your bond. People have to be able to trust you. They have a right to be able to trust you. And if you breach that trust, you're done. You're done as a leader. So, we have to find a true north in our lives. You need that moral compass. I tell my young lawyers in our firm, there's a line that divides right and wrong. And by the way, it's a tough culture to figure out right and wrong. Again, our culture is strongly pressuring to say there is no right or wrong. It's just whatever fits the particular situation. But let me tell you, there is right and wrong, and you know it, I know it. When you do something wrong, when you steal, it's just wrong. You have to find that true north, and you have to stick by it. And I tell my young lawyers, there's that dividing line between right and wrong, don't even come close to the line. If you have an imaginary line where this is right and this is wrong, I tell them, do not approach, don't even get close to it, because when you get close to it, it's such an easy step just to step on the line or to cross the line. And every time you cross the line, it becomes easier the next time to cross that line again and go a little further. So that moral compass is absolutely necessary if you expect to be in leadership. And you know, people say, well, my personal life is my own business. Yes, that's true. All of us, our personal life is our own business, but if you expect to be a leader, your personal life is no longer your own business. It becomes the business of people to know. If you make serious mistakes in judgment in your own life, it will come out. I always assume that whatever I do will be known. If I'm ashamed of something, it will become known to my worst enemy, if I have some worst enemies out there. You just simply have to assume that. So, that's the second principle of leadership. You've got to have what a friend of mine who was the president of the University of Washington once called an integrity reflex. A reflex in knowing what is right and what is wrong, and commitment to doing what's right. That's the moral compass in you.